Now I want to show you more of an advanced edit. This is when you want to bring back your sky, get that really nice color and contrast, beautiful sky without blown out highlights. The first thing you want to do is to shoot a little darker, so you see that I am exposing a little bit more for the sky rather than the people. And that's totally okay. In a Lightroom, you can bring them back and create a really beautiful image. So the first thing I'm going to do is select my preset that I put on every image. It's basically, it has all of the settings that I like, and I just adjust, so I'm not going to have the saturation go down, and I bring those shadows up because that will bring the people back to see already the little girl's face has come back a lot. So it's almost at a good exposure. I'm going to do a little crop so I can straighten the horizon line and also bring it in just a little bit. I don't want that rock in there. I want the focus to be more on the girls and this leading line towards them. So I've got that. The horizon is straight. So from here, we're going to go into brushes. So I'm going to select the sky. So Lightroom now has a really cool feature where it will select things for you. So the sky is selected. I'm going to bring down that exposure. And one of my favorite things to use is the dehaze. So you bring that dehaze up and watch. Oh my gosh, look at that color coming through. You don't want to do it too much because you want it to still look natural and like real life, but you can see the difference. Okay, so if I do that, I get out of you can see the difference from that sky. Look at how much it has popped. Then we're going to go back into brushes and click plus to add another one and select people. No people found. That's lovely. So what we're going to do is just use the brush because all I really want is her face to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to bring the brush down and just paint right over her little face. And just using exposure, we're going to just bump that up just a little bit and hit enter twice to get out of there. And then that's how we would get a better exposure on her face. And then we could even go as far as selecting the background. Let's see what that looks like. And then we can bring it down just a little bit so you can get more color in the water. And you're also making the sky a little bit darker, but that's okay. And there you have it. So I'll show you before and after. So before, straight out of camera, and then after, just some Lightroom adjustments. So we've got highlights all the way down because you want to bring all those highlights back. You have the shadows all the way up. I have my blacks just slightly down, -4. I have my clarity up to 20. I could even bump up the vibrance. Let's see what that does. Just a little bit. And then we could even bump the saturation up as well. I will still take this into Photoshop to do my final touches, and that's really where I like to pop the color a little bit more. I do have my contrast up at 15 because that's part of my preset. Sometimes I leave it there and sometimes I take it off. It just depends. Again, I don't want my images to get all muddy with too much contrast. And then This tonal curve, this kind of brings out a little bit, it's not really the full exposure, but it just brings out a little bit more light, not everywhere, but where I feel it's necessary. And then my HSL, so I've got a little bit up on the reds, a tiny bit on the orange, yellow is down, and then I've got a little bit up on the green, a little bit up on the blue, a little bit up on the orange. So the orange also is great in luminance. The orange in luminance is great for skin tones. So if you bring it up, you can watch her face, how it changes. You can really make beautiful skin tones either going up or down, but you see it is affecting the sky as well. So I think it's perfect where it is. And then the green is a little bit down and the blue is a little bit down. And again, we can, let's just play. If I select this and we go up, so I'm selecting on the blue, it's the aqua is going and the blue, and then we bring it down. We can see, yeah, it changes just a little bit, not much. And then if we go, let's do saturation right here, we can really make a beautiful sunset. Again, you want to make sure this still looks like real life though, and then you can really desaturate things too. But of course the purpose is to make the colors and the sky pop. So we'll just put it about right there. And then if you're not happy with any of the hues, so like if I click that and we'll just click maybe, I think I just clicked on like some sand. That really did not affect the sand at all. Let's just see if it does anything to the water. Yeah, not really. I wouldn't want to play with that. So this is all just trial and error, playing with it. The more you play with these settings, the more you're going to get comfortable with it and find what you like and you don't like. And that is the biggest thing. So don't be intimidated, too intimidated to play with these settings. You can always go back and undo everything that you did, but really just play with it and see. Your editing is your style. So you want to make it consistent for whatever you're shooting, and so that people will see your photos and recognize, oh, I know who probably took that photo, because they can tell from your style, your shooting style, and your editing style. So that's the most important thing.